Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been quite a while. I've been not away, but away from making videos for at least a month now, maybe more. But I've just been super busy, exams with school, and then I started a new job, so I've just been busy with that. But I did get something done, which I thought was pretty cool, and it's of my own design, so, it's never been seen before on my channel or anywhere else, pretty much. And it's mostly original, and I did borrow some ideas from other places. But I'll get into that later. So basically, it's a pump action homemade, and it's a Magfed. It's a Magfed pump action homemade. Front grip, pump grip, obviously. Nice mag release, and it's just a lever style mag release. Polycarb trigger, very comfortable handle. And it's all HDPE and polycarbonate, and there's quite a bit of lathe work on the inside, and that's all done out of nylon and some aluminum. Internal priming mech, which is nice. So basically, this blaster or this project started right after when I did the rev shot write-up. If you remember that, I don't know if you saw it at all or that video. This started almost immediately after because I do like the rev shot, but it's the one that I have, the one that I built, isn't quite what I wanted, so I wanted to change a few things. Larger plunger tube, internal prime, have this piece one section, and have a nicer trigger, as well as a better mag release. I didn't like the push button, and I really hated the trigger on the rev shot. I'm fairly happy with this blaster. Excuse me, I don't really like how the stock is. It's not awful, but I think it could be better. This is just kind of a prototype. I'll probably make another one of these and refine it and have like exactly what I want in a Magfed. This is almost what I want, but not quite. So in the middle of this project, and I did this project over a really long period of time. It doesn't take long to build. I just kind of chipped away at it. In the middle of this project, the Caliburn came out, which was kind of I don't want to say demotivating, but I was just kind of less interested in working on it because the Caliburn looked really nice, and it's already done. I don't have to do any tinkering. I just cut it out and screw it together. So that kind of paused this for a while. But I still do like this. It's not practical for everyone because there's a lot of lathe work. So this will probably just stay as my blaster pretty much. I don't think anyone will make one of these if I even did a write-up. But yeah, and I don't know. I still will pursue it. My favorite mags to put in these is Pac D mags, and the breech doesn't need to be open, but I like to have it open. The internal pump action is in here, if you can't notice. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you on the outside. Here is it compared to a rev shot. So, another thing that I wanted to do was make it shorter, so I made it a little bit shorter. It could be quite a bit shorter if I chopped the barrel. But, I still wanted to have a decent sized barrel. And the plunger tube, here, I'll show you the plunger tube. I should probably script these a little bit, so I'm not saying so much, but this is the plunger tube. It's packaging tubing, and, you could say, hey, Daniel, this is really flimsy and weak. Well, there's no force on the plunger tube this way, so it doesn't matter, and it's housed inside the 1.5 thin wall PVC, so there's really no stress on this tube. It's just to sleeve the 1.5 thin wall PVC and give it a smooth bore for the O-ring, because the 1.5 thin wall is like super bumpy. It's awful to make as a plunger tube. So yeah, I think that's it on the outside. We'll crack it open and I'll show you some of the internal parts because I think it's kind of cool. So I'll just meet you over at the workbench. Okay, so I got it mostly broken down. So here's the trigger mech here. It's just a little piece of Delrin that cams up on the catch. And here's the main body. It's kind of rev shot esque, the way the breech or the magwell mounts, but that's pretty much the only similar thing. And here's that mag release. It's borrowed from an Exus. Well, it's not from an Exus, just the kind of idea is from an Exus. And then the nice polycarb trigger, finger slots, and then all the plastic has been gone over with a router, and it's super dirty just because my shop's kind of dirty. and dirty hands from working in the shop, and the HDP really absorbs all the filth. But whatever. It's using a big ass spring. I forget what these are, but it's not a K26. It's much more powerful than a K26, and it's a full one. Whereas the RevShot didn't have a full spring. Here's the plunger rod. This is all lathed nylon. Fairly nice plunger rod. Here's the back piece, the stock where the catch is located. It catches in there. It's just a normal sliding plate catch. This is CPVC that's been bored out to accept the nylon. So that's kind of cool. And then here's that plunger tube I was talking about. Very large plunger tube. It's a lot of air volume. I don't know if it really matters though. Like, I don't know. I still have to do some testing, but I just thought I'd try it. Now the breech, I didn't do a brass breech like on the RevShot. It's a O-ring breech, which when I did this, I thought it was really innovative. I'm like, oh wow, no one's done this in homemade before. And then Captain Slug came out with the Caliburn, and it's like, oh, this is super similar. Basically the same breech, but it's not an original idea. The Artifact breech is my inspiration for this. But anyways, I actually like the Caliburn a little bit better than my design. It looks nicer. But, I don't know, we'll see where I go with this Magfed. So anyways, yeah, here's the dart gate, and there's quite a bit of work in this. It's lathe work and mill work. You have to mill the slots, and then mill this half pipe, and then there's the barrel in there. And then here's the bolt, and these are steel bars, not aluminum. It's just what I had on hand. Double O-ring seal for the back, and it's just a piece of 5/8 aluminum all through the whole thing. And then here's my pusher piece. And it has some reliefs on the sides. So this piece would just slide into the two grooves, if I can get it, and it just sits in the blaster like this. And then the breech can cycle. And it feeds pretty good. It feeds a lot better than a RevShot, which I'm happy about, but it doesn't feed as good as a Caliburn, so I definitely do have some work to do if I'm going to continue working on this blaster and making another one, like a nicer one. But I kind of really like Caliburn, so I might just sort of improve, or not improve, but make a Caliburn that's more to my taste, I should say. Because the Caliburn is nice the way it is. I would just like to make it more my own, which I seem to usually do with homemades. This is not really important. This is just the piece for the here, kind of holding and supports over the barrel. And I think that's all the internal parts, really. It's not a complicated blaster at all. It's just, it requires a lathe, and not a lot of people have a lathe. And you need a mill too. You don't absolutely need one, but it's nice to have. So I don't see too many people making this. It's, again, not like the Caliburn. Hats off to Captain Slug. He always comes up with blasters that are not only cool, and I always think his stuff is really good looking, and functional too, very functional. But he makes everything out of not easily available, but McMaster materials, easy to get, and most things can just be cut out of a polycarb sheet with a scroll saw or bandsaw, and then you need a drill. There's no fancy stuff involved. Normally. There's one part of the, this part of the Caliburn, the bolt part, you need to lathe, but whatever. Anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just rambling now. Again, sorry I've been away for so long. I have a few videos lined up, so, I'll try and keep up with them and give you guys a shop tour. Lots have changed around here. So anyways, guys, take care. Thanks for watching, and if you guys made it to the end, really appreciate it. Take care.